If you are holding a piece of paper with a new diagnosis of bipolar disorder on it, and you are feeling a mix of shock, confusion, or even a strange sense of relief, you are in the right place. You might be wondering, what do I do in the next 24 hours? Do I need to change my whole life today? The answer is no. You do not need to change your whole life today. In fact, trying to fix everything at once is the quickest way to overwhelm your system. In this video, I am going to walk you through a calm, specific, and doable 24-hour plan. We are going to move away from the scary labels like moody or unstable and focus on 3 concrete clusters you can act on right now. We call them the clock, the checklist, and the connection. By the end of this video, you will have a tiny 5-step safety plan that you can finish before you go to sleep tonight. I'm Clara, your guide at Bipolar Clarity. Let's take a deep breath, lower our shoulders, and make this simple. Before we start, I need to remind you that I am a passionate educator, not a doctor. This video is for educational purposes and is not medical advice. Always check with your local healthcare professionals for your specific needs. First, let's ground ourselves in the why. Why do we focus on a 24-hour plan instead of a 5-year plan? Bipolar disorder is, at its core, a condition of biological rhythms. Your brain has an internal clock, called the circadian rhythm, that regulates energy, sleep, and mood. In bipolar disorder, that clock is sensitive. It is like a high-performance engine that needs very specific tuning. When you get a diagnosis, it usually means that engine has been revving too high or stalling out. The goal of the first 24 hours is not to cure the condition. It is to stabilize the engine. We do this by setting anchors. When the ocean is choppy, you don't try to sail fast, you drop the anchor. Let's look at our first cluster, the clock. This is about biological stability. The single most powerful signal you can send to your sensitive brain is consistency. Most people think this means they have to force themselves to go to sleep early. But here is a secret. You cannot force sleep. Trying to force sleep just creates anxiety. However, you can force your wake-up time. Your first step today is to choose one wake anchor. Look at your schedule for the next week. Pick a time that is realistic for you to wake up every single morning, weekdays and weekends. Let's say it is 8 o'clock. Put an alarm on your phone right now. Label it Anchor Wake. Tomorrow morning, no matter how you slept, you commit to getting out of bed within 10 minutes of that alarm. When you stand up and get light in your eyes, you are resetting your brain's timer. You are telling your body, we are safe, we know what time it is. The second part of the clock is your wind down anchor. This is not when you sleep, this is when you downshift. Pick a time 1 hour before you want to be asleep. Let's say 10 o'clock. Set a gentle alarm on your phone and label it Anchor Wind Down. When that alarm goes off, your job is to lower the stimulation. This brings us to a concept called dark therapy. Your brain releases melatonin when it gets dark. If you are staring at a bright phone screen, your brain thinks it is noon. Tonight, during your wind-down hour, try to dim the lights in your living room. If you must use a screen, turn the brightness all the way down and use a blue light filter. Better yet, listen to a podcast, take a warm shower, or read a physical book. Quick myth check. Many people think, if I lie in bed and don't sleep, I am failing. That is not true. Rest is valuable even without sleep. If you lie in the dark, breathing slowly, your body is still repairing itself. You are teaching your system that the bed is a safe place, not a battleground. Now, let's move to cluster number 2, the checklist. This is about data and logistics. diagnosis often comes with a whirlwind of appointments, pharmacy runs, and paperwork. It is easy to feel lost. We are going to organize this into one single note on your phone. Open your Notes app right now and title it My Bipolar Care Notes. We are going to add 4 short sections. Section 1 is medications. If you were prescribed anything today, or if you are already taking things, list them here. Write the name and the dosage. Better yet, take a clear photo of the bottle labels and save them in this note. If you have any allergies, list them in big, bold letters. This seems simple, but when you are at a new doctor's office next week and your mind goes blank, this list will be a lifesaver. Section 2 is the snapshot. Doctors need data, but you don't need to write a novel. For the next 24 hours, we just want a snapshot of where you are starting. Write down 2 lines: last night's sleep and current mood. For sleep, just estimate the hours. I slept 4 hours. For mood, use a simple word: wired, heavy, anxious, or steady. If you do this for just a few days, you give your clinician a map of your baseline. Section 3 is questions. You probably have 100 questions buzzing in your head. Will I be on meds forever? Can I still work? What about having kids? Instead of letting these questions keep you awake, catch them. Write them down in your note. When you put them on paper, you give your brain permission to stop holding on to them. Prioritize the top 2 questions for your next visit. For example, what early warning signs should I watch for? And who do I call if I have a side effect? Section 4 is the holding message. This is a crucial tool for work or school. You might be worried about deadlines or explaining why you seem off. You do not need to tell your boss or your professor your diagnosis today. You just need to buy time. Write this script in your notes so you have it ready. I am currently addressing a health matter, and I will have a clearer plan by Monday. For the next 2 days, I can handle these specific tasks, but I will need to pause on this other project. This is professional, it is honest, and it protects your privacy while you figure things out. Let's move to cluster number 3, connection. This is about your social safety net. When we get a diagnosis, the instinct is often to either hide from everyone or to overshare with everyone. For the next 24 hours, I want you to choose the power of one. Choose one trusted person to be your support anchor. It could be a partner, a parent, or a best friend. You do not have to explain the entire history of bipolar disorder to them. You just need to give them a job. Here is a script you can use. You can text this or say it. I just received a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. I am processing it and taking it step by step. I don't need advice right now, but I would really appreciate a quick check-in call tonight. Also, could you help me stick to my wind-down time? This gives them a concrete way to love you. It stops them from frantically Googling bipolar cures and sending you 50 articles you don't have the energy to read. In fact, it is okay to set a boundary. You can say, please don't send me information right now. I am focusing on my doctor's plan. I will ask for resources when I am ready. Now, I want to talk about something very practical. Your environment. If your home feels chaotic, your brain will feel chaotic. You do not need to Marie Kondo your entire house today. We are just going to create a low stimulation corner. Pick one chair or one corner of the sofa. Clear away the clutter just from that spot. Put a blanket there. Put your wind-down items there. Your book, your headphones. This is your cockpit for the next 24 hours. If you live with family, tell them, when I am in this chair with my headphones on, I am recharging. Please give me a little space. Let's try a tiny experiment right now to lower your baseline stress. It is called the shape game. If you are feeling overwhelmed, your brain is likely focused on internal thoughts. We need to move your focus external. Look around the room you are in right now. Find one rectangle. Maybe it is a door frame or a book. Now find one circle, a clock, a cup, a button. Now find one thing that is green. This sounds incredibly simple, but it forces your brain to switch gears from internal panic to external observation. It tells your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, that there is no tiger in the room. A gentle word about substances for the next 24 hours. Alcohol and caffeine are liquid mood shifters. Alcohol is a depressant that ruins sleep quality. Caffeine is a stimulant that can trigger anxiety or hypomania. Just for today and tomorrow, try to pause the alcohol. Try to stop the caffeine after 12 p.m. We want to get a clear reading on your natural mood and sleep patterns, and substances fog up that window. This isn't necessarily a forever rule, but it is a right now protection. I also want to address the emotional weight of this day. You might be feeling a sense of grief. You might feel like you are mourning the version of yourself you thought you were. That is valid. But here is a reframe. You are the exact same person you were yesterday. You have the same talents, the same humor, the same heart. The only difference is that yesterday, you were driving a car with a sensitive engine in the dark. Today, you have the owner's manual. You have the headlights. The diagnosis is not a label to trap you. It is a tool to help you drive. If you are feeling low and heavy today, your plan is to tilt toward gentle activation. Keep your wake anchor, but add one small movement. Walk to the mailbox, take a shower. Action precedes motivation. Do the thing, and the feeling might follow. If you are feeling high, revved up, or irritable, your plan is to tilt toward slowing. Dim the lights earlier. Talk slower. Walk slower. If you have an urge to spend money or make a big life decision, like quitting your job or breaking up with someone, write the idea down on a piece of paper and promise yourself you will look at it in 3 days. Do not act on big impulses in the first 24 hours. Now, a very important safety note. A new diagnosis can stir up a lot of intense feelings. If you are feeling unsafe, or if you are having thoughts of suicide or harming yourself, please know that there is immediate help available. This is not a failure of character. It is a symptom of stress. In the US and Canada, you can call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Put this number in your care notes right now. You create the safety net before you fall. So let's wrap this up with your homework. We are going to make a 5-point checklist for you to finish today. Number 1, set your 2 alarms. Anchor wake for tomorrow morning and anchor wind down for tonight. Number 2, create the care notes in your phone. Snap a photo of your med labels and write down your top 2 questions. Number 3, send the text. Choose your one support person and send them the script we discussed. Number 4, create your low-stim corner. Clear off that one chair and put a glass of water there. Number 5, do the shape game one more time before bed. Find the rectangle, the circle, and the green thing. That is it. You do not need to solve the rest of your life today. You just need to hold the anchors. I know remembering these steps can be hard when your brain is tired. If it helps, I send out a short email every week with just one tiny doable step, like the sleep anchor we talked about today. So you don't have to carry it all in your head. It is free, and it is designed to be calm, not cluttered. You can find the link to join us right in the description below. As you go through this process, be kind to yourself. You are learning a new language. It takes time. But you have already taken the biggest step by watching this video and making a plan. If this video helped ground you, please subscribe. We are building a library of practical, plain English guides to help you navigate this journey. For your next step, I highly recommend you watch the video appearing on the right of your screen. It is called "What is Bipolar Disorder?" A simple guide for the newly diagnosed. It will explain the mechanics of what is happening in your brain, so you can understand the owner's manual even better. Thanks for watching. Take a breath. You can do this.